I'm watching this thing on Prime, and I recommend that you watch it to get an idea of what we're actually dealing with in this world. But before you watch it, you need to prepare yourself because it shows graphic scenes of what happened in the attack on Israel on October the 7th. It's called The Dragon's Prophecy. Now, of course, for obvious reasons, I can't show you these graphic scenes because TikTok will take my video down. I can't even say out loud the terrorists that are performing these horrible acts on Israel because, once again, they'll take my video down for that, give me a community guidelines violation, and also a strike. Now, of course, I'm talking about ISLAM, but we're just going to call them Islam for the sake of the video. All over the world, Islam is conquering whole nations. They are taking over and they're forcing Islam by the sword. And once you see this video called The Dragon's Prophecy, I watch it on Prime, you will see the exact level of evil that we are actually dealing with. What they have done in this video is absolutely horrible. Now, of course, once you say words like grape and murder and stuff like that, people don't think a whole lot of it because they hear them as just words. But once you actually see this with your own eyes, it'll change your entire perspective. When you see it, you realize it's no longer words, it's actual reality, and it is terrible. I make this video because I believe it is very important that you know what we're dealing with, because what they are doing to Israel, what they have done to Israel, that's the exact same thing that they plan on doing to America. And they have already taken over places like Dearborn, Michigan, and the city of New York.
Battle between God and Satan, the battle that goes back to the very beginning.
It all goes back to that.
So the great dragon was cast out, that serpent of old, called the devil and Satan. Revelation 12:9.
Is the key of all this. The Iranian Revolution actually moved us into Bible prophecy because now Iran is the arch enemy of Israel. All these nations that Ezekiel actually mentions tells us we are aligning up specifically with Bible prophecy. It is racing forward.
And the four horsemen of the apocalypse depicted in the book of Revelation, you speak about the colors of the apocalypse.
The first horse, it says, was white, which linked to conquest. The second is red, linked to war. The third one is black, which represents famine. And the last one, the fourth one, is green or pale green, which represents death. The amazing thing is, the colors of the apocalypse have actually been manifesting in our world as never before, because the flag of Palestine is white for the white horse, red for the red horse, black for the black horse, and green for the green horse. The colors of the apocalypse.
Now, when the Bible, in the book of Revelation, speaks of the four horsemen of the apocalypse, it says they went out conquering and to conquer. And you are seeing it happen all over the world. As a matter of fact, there has been a lot of people that have gathered against Islam to stop them, because what Islam believes is an evil that America just isn't ready to see. If they have their way, it will be a global genocide. And it doesn't matter if you're Christian, Jewish, Hindu, doesn't matter. If you're anything else but Islam, they will unalive you. And this goes for everybody. In their book, whoever does not submit to the will of Islam has to die. I highly advise the entire world to stand up and unite against this evil, because if they get their way, every place that they conquer will turn into pure hell. Now, for some countries, it's too late. They are now the majority and they are forcing their Sharia law. But as for America, it is not too late yet. We have to stand up and unite against this evil that is attempting to take over our home. And if you have children, your children will not have a future unless we stand up and get this devil out of our country. Now, I understand America has the freedom of religion, and everybody's free to practice their own religion. But Islam is not a religion. It is a very hateful political ideology, and it is very supremic in nature, more so than the Nazis. Like I said, in Islam, it's either submit to Islam or die. Their Islamic call to prayer that they blast over loudspeakers in New York 5 times a day supposedly is in Aramaic, so a lot of people can't understand it. But I just saw a video the other day where it told us exactly what it was that prayer was saying, calling for the unaliving of both Jews and Christians, and calling on Allah to curse both the Jews and the Christians. You even had them literally standing in the streets saying that they will not stop until America has been brought to their knees. Guys, our ancestors would not have put up with this. We have an enemy literally in our home telling us that they are going to unalive us. We have to stop these monsters. And yes, I say monsters. But the problem is, I see Christians in America are far too comfortable in their little lives thinking that evil can never touch them or the devil can never come to their doorstep. But that is simply not true, because the devil is literally here in our home. And if we do not stop them, you can kiss your future and your freedoms goodbye, possibly even your life. Guys, we have to come together. We have to organize somehow. If our enemy is organized enough to take over the whole world, then surely we can get a little bit organized to at least stand against this evil. We have to come together for the greater good, because if we don't, it's over. You can kiss it all goodbye. So I don't really know how we're going to get organized, but I highly recommend that every single one of you stand against this any way you possibly can. Speak against it, stand against it. Don't let it get a foothold no more than it already has. Even if what you do, you think it's not enough, trust me, it's better than nothing. If you're somebody with any power, authority whatsoever, then you need to stand up and unite the people. Be a leader. Because the people just aren't going to listen to somebody that doesn't have any power. Nor will they listen to anyone that doesn't have any authority. The war in Iraq did not end, it just came to America. And you can thank the demon rats for that. I mean the Democrats. But we don't have any time to play the blame game. We have to get started on stopping this evil. Stand against Islam absolutely any way you know how. Have a good one. Remember to put Jesus first in everything you do. And remember to pray for this nation and pray that the Lord will cast the devil down for us. Because Islam is indeed a devil and he indeed does need to be cast down. Have a good day. God bless.